So, for the lack of episode yesterday, I'm actually going to be recording 2 and probably posting 2 on one day. I don't know if it's going to be today. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. I have no idea, but there's just going to be an excess one. Basically, stuff happened yesterday, and couldn't record. But today, it's going to be a new day, and after catching that heat ran, I feel like a new man, and actually want to continue on with the game, and not get totally walled. You got 3 resets on one Pokemon. So now we go over here. We have a whole new route. And guess what? It's Sandstorm. We're gonna put our Empoleon up in front. And, yeah. We are totally not gonna get hit by this if we either put up our Empoleon or Sudowoodo. And, of course, it's a Golduck. A couple Drill Pecks should do the trick. So, from the last time we left off, nothing really changed. Pokemon are still the same, everything's still the same, I believe. I guess nothing's really changed from here to now, except that I know that we might have to tack on another episode because there might be other potential dungeon that I completely missed. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be too over-leveled for that, and if I am, I'm just going to skip it altogether. Because I'm not bothering going to let you guys watch just me crushing a dungeon entirely. That really isn't going to be good content, so if it does come to fruition, if that dungeon comes to fruition, I'll let you know. But other than that, really, I think we just have to do a couple more routes. And then we'll definitely be close to completion. Because we're really heading at the tail end of this game. I have like a couple more areas left. Nothing really bad. Well, here's our first new Pokemon of the day. Sandslash. So Sandslash is a ground type. It is a physical wall. A physical defensive Pokemon. And a decent attacker as well. And that's one of the things I was going to say. So, it usually surface 100% accuracy. Sandslash has a move called Sandvel, which is used, which in turn gives you a little bit of evasiveness boost. So it gives you a tiny bit more evasion, so it's like a free double team. Think of it like that whenever you're in sand. But anyway, Sandslash is a physical wall and a decent attacker, so it's like a physical attacker. Physical defensive attacker. Though, on the flip side, its special stats low, its speed is very low, and its special attack you don't even want to talk about. But it's an early game good ground type. And one other thing, unfortunately, is that this thing doesn't learn Earthquake, which is the prime physical type ground move, unless it has a TM. Or at least for a long time. I don't know if they changed for later generations, but I think this generation it still holds up to that standard. So basically there's like little mud pats. Okay, also that if we get a Rhyhorn, which we've seen around, and if we link trade it, we can trade it, we can evolve it into a Rhyperior, which I'm gonna say because we're not gonna be seeing it. And a Rhyperior is basically the best rock and ground type that this game has to offer. It has more stats than all the other rock and ground types, like Golem and even Rhydon. Well, of course, Rhydon, but it just has a lot more stats. This is the pre-evolution of that Primate fellow. Mankey! It's like kind of Primate, but with lower stats. Not really good bulk, but pretty fast and pretty decent physical attacker. Other than that, it's just a regular old fighting type. Well, regular old first evolution Pokemon, I should say, not regular old fighting type. This is new though. We have Makuhita. Makuhita is a HP attacker where instead of having really good bulk or anything like that, it has a lot of HP. It's actually one of the highest HPs for a flying type, if not the highest. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but it definitely is probably like in the top 5. Its final evolution is like the top 5 of the highest HP of all fighting types. This is why I like Sandstorm. And it also is a really good physical attacker, but other than that, its defenses are... Hariyama is the evolution of Makuhita. Hariyama's physical defenses are very... not lackluster, because its HP really gives into that. Its speed and its other speed, special attack, defense, special defense, they're all like under normal, but that HP really does help with it. So if you really want like a very bulky HP oriented tank, Hariyama's definitely got you covered with that, because its HP stat is extremely high, and it will always get the job done if you need a fighting type. Okay, so that's out. Sorry about that, just need to drink some water. Black Belt Devon has been defeated. And then over here. Please don't hold anything back. Okay, I won't. Ambipom. We've already seen Ambipom. It is a physical attacker that's, for some odd reasons, goes mixed more than once. But when it goes mixed, it's not good. Ouch. Okay, Empoleon used Surf. And one hit. Alright, already going off to a fantastic start. Even better than fantastic, excellent. Chansey, we know what that is, so Sudowoodo, get in here. Stab Rock Slide should do the trick against Chansey. Come on. Go. Down. 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 Did it. Done dude it. 29,000 experience. Rapidash. It's all the Pokemon that we've seen from Sinnoh. Ouch. Resisted. Sudowoodo and Empoleon are probably going to be the stars of today's episode, just because of the sandstorm and whatnot. His trainer Ariana defeated. And with that, put Sudowoodo up in front. No, nothing to worry about in there. Rock Smash. A Shed Shell. So that's for if you're like stuck in, so for instance, for I don't even have something to say about it. Basically, if you... Oh, yeah, if you, like, use Mean Look. Wait. Oh. So basically, here is where you could do the most powerful, I'll say, at this point, water, fire, and grass moves to your starter Pokemon, or any starter Pokemon to be exact. There are 150 power moves for special attacks. There are 150 power special attacking moves for all their designated types, like their main designated fire, grass, water types. It's like Hyper Beam where you have to recharge afterwards, though. That is the downside of it, so I'm not going to teach it to my Pokemon. But if you really want very, very strong physical or special moves for your starters, if you always felt like something was lacking, actually Frenzy Plant might be a physical, which is the grass version of the 150 power move. I don't really remember, but they are extremely powerful, and if you are in search of some power, it might be worth for you. Dragon Tamer once again. Gyarados. Rock Slide will put it in its place. Hydro Pump missed. Rock Slide did connect. If it has a sliver of HP left thanks to that Intimidate, I'll just use Sucker Punch and take it out. Nope, still too much HP for it. I mean, actually, no. Because the Sandstorm, even if I don't want to hit it with that, a Sandstorm will still knock it out, prob. Aww. Definitely knock it out now. Gyarados Speed Rose, yep. Sandstorm rages, you get hit. Sucker Punch. And it failed again because he's using Dragon Dance again. Okay, can you just not? How about you not? Because I'm basically too fearful right now to not do Sucker Punch. Are you kidding me? It's using Rain Dance. Hey. At least it's not losing. Hey, at least for the trainer, it's not losing HP anymore. Okay, seriously? Literally gonna run out of Sucker Punch power points. Okay, you know what? Forget this. Of course, now it does it with the Hyper Beam. It doesn't even need Dragon Dance, because the thing is, that's a special move. Oi, you gotta be kidding me. That was the most oofed battle ever. Well, I mean, I still have a Sucker Punch in the back, but dang. Gyarados did not want to go for an attack for the life of it. Rock Smash. And TM for Sandstorm, which is basically, it gives you the ability to throw out a Sandstorm like this. Like we're now, so now it's a double battle, but, yeah, you know what, I'll just make it quicker. quicker for everyone. Okay, so we got some newbies on the field. Trapinch is the pre-evolution of Vibrava, the Pokemon that I talked about earlier, so there's nothing really to explain about it. It just has a very high attack stat. It actually has, there is one other thing. It has a unique ability called, well, not unique, but it's powerful. It's called Arena Trap for Trapinch, where a Pokemon cannot switch out for the life of it. It literally is unable to switch out. So that's really good for Trapinch at least. But its speed is very low and its attack is 100 to use that Arena Trap, but it's just its speed is way too low in order to use it. And its other evolutions lose that ability, so it's like, eh. But for, okay, so then for the Execute is a Grass and Psychic type, which is not unique, but is very rare to see. It is a special attacker that is very powerful and has a little bit of some other status moves in order for that to be active, sort of like, like Leech Seed, Hypnosis, stuff like that, basically, where it gets to use those moves. And we see, and the weakness of Execute is it's quad weak to bug and its speed is very low. But it does have ways to not have it as low as speed, like Chlorophyll, because if it's in Sun, it gets a speed boost, which is pretty nice. Other than that, nothing really to talk about for that. Dragon Breath on Vibrava. And a clean one-hit KO on Vibrava with Sudowoodo. I actually meant to say a one-hit KO on Ursaring. Medicham and Sudowoodo are handing out the one-hit KOs today. Okay. Now we go back down. And we fight this trainer. And it's a Delcatty. Delcatty is one of the Pokemon that you're like, why does it exist, unfortunately? In spin-off games, it's amazing. Its speed is above 90. Its next thing is attack at 70. It's one of those Pokemon like they really do need to be buffing it or adding some type of thing that can save it from the brink. It doesn't have anything for it, and it just doesn't work. It's not good whatsoever. It's, well, I mean, in spin-off games like Mystery Dungeon, yeah, Skitty is amazing. It's pre-evolution, yeah, I'm saying it. Other than that, it's a Pokemon that you do not want to be seeing, or you do not want to have. Because if you have it, it's going to fail you more times than it can help you. It's one of those Pokemon. It's kind of like a barrel, I guess, where it tries to do something but can't really. Well, we already have a new Pokemon. So let's introduce the world to Yanma. Yanma is one of those former Pokemon, Bug and Flying, that were like, nah, bleh. It had nothing to its name except Speed Boost, which is an amazing ability, but still didn't have any stats to use Speed Boost. Actually, when I said Scyther was the best in bug flying, I meant to say this thing's evolution. Gen 4 really decided to just chuck Scyther out the window and decide to use Yanma's next evolution, which I'm not going to be saying, but its next evolution actually is a special attacker, which Yanma did want to be, but all of its stabs beforehand, before the physical and special split, were all physical, so it really didn't have a choice. But in this game, it can be a special attacker. It can either use Speed Boost, which it can now use thanks to its access to new moves like Bug Buzz, Air Slash, stuff like that. But kinda, it doesn't have the, let's say, it didn't have the, let's say, stats to pull it off. But even now with its extra moves, it is good. It can actually hold up its own for a little bit. But when its evolution comes in, oh boy, you're in for some pain. It's a special attacker that can also has another ability, Tinted Lens, where it makes any neutral move, it makes any resistant move neutral, which is just amazing. So it can hit air slashes on steel types and still pump out decent damage. Only bad thing about it is its special defense is really lackluster. Even its physical defense is pretty good, and the typing is sort of more of a hindrance than a help, with just its quad weak to rockness, but it can still pull off some decent things. Next, Shuppet. Shuppet is basically a remnant of Gen 3's former non-physical special split, because it's a physical attacking ghost type, when ghost type moves were all physical. Nowadays, it just kind of languishes, where its stats kind of don't do it good. It does have a really high attack stat, but the rest of its stats are mediocre and don't really do anything for it. Next, we're going on to Duskull. Duskull is a bulky, and I mean bulky ghost type. We didn't want to hit KO with Rock Slide, but that's next evolution. The Duskull line is very bulky. Its last evolution has a decent attack stat, but it just doesn't have any HP to back up those defenses. But if it did have an HP stat, it would be amazing. But it kind of doesn't, so yeah. New Pokemon, Diglett. Diglett is a ground type. It is a fast physical attacker, very, very frail. If it gets hit by like a pea shooter, it's probably going to go down. It has one of the lowest HP stats in the whole entire game also, to actually say that it is, you know, very slow. It's a level 23, I just realized that. It is just a very, very low HP physical attacker. But it does show good, and its ability Arena Trap is second to none, one of the best abilities in the game. And this is its evolution, Dugtrio, which really takes that very attack, speed, low HP, low defenses role, and puts it into a grind with Arena Trap, so it can just literally make sure that it attacks everything and kills everything, basically. Spend all my, yep. Okay, so basically it's just an old man reading. That was a total waste. Nothing over here. Route 228 is where we are now. Down here is Route 229. And we got some tall grass. And something to cut. Oh, joy. I just totally realized I could do a double battle, but I didn't, so that's stupid. This is the evolution of that Duskull I was talking about before, Dusclops. Bulk incarnate, HP not incarnate. And it does have pressure, so it can PowerPoint stall. which is very bad. I mean, Shadow Sneak, also, it's, at least this evolution's, or this attack, the middle evolution, it doesn't have a high attack, but it does have very good coverage moves like Ice Beam, I think Thunderbolt, Fire Punch, all the elemental punches, Dark Pulse. It does have a lot of good coverage. That's one good thing about it, though. I'm probably gonna put, Medicham up in front. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm definitely putting Medicham up front. Okay, so this is the evolution of Shelgon, one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game. Legit, like, up there with Legendary. Salamence. This thing is a physical... It has Intimidate, which cuts in attack, so it could be a defensive wall. It could be a special attacker with a very good special attacking stat. It could be a physical attacker with its god-tier physical attacking stat. It can be whatever you want it to be. You can smack it on with any item. This thing will do anything you so require. Only negative is that its special defense kind of low, but manageable, and it's quad weak to ice, like a majority of the dragons. If it wasn't for that critical hit, I would have 100% died from a flying type move, if it used a flying type move. That was extremely close. Medicham comes in clutch. It is one of the best Gen 3 Pokemon in general, and in this game, it's just so good. It literally had to be... If it was, like, on the same level and actually was, like, with a real player, it would have drop-kicked me. I know that's, like, weird, but the thing would have destroyed me. Mightyena, we've already talked about. Now we're going on to the greatest Gen 3 Pokemon, to one of the worst Gen 3 Pokemon, Mightyena. I've already talked about it. It's physical attack, it's decent, it has Intimidate, that's it. And cool, it has Sucker Punch too. Raichu should be able to take it down in a Thunderbolt. If not, I could just use a quick attack to finish it off. That was actually scary. That's Salamence. Kirlia. I don't even know if I have talked about it before, but I'll just say it again. Actually, no, I haven't. So Kirlia, the Kirlia line, actually in Gen 4, it actually had a new evolution introduced to it. So it can either be a full special attacker with very good coverage type moves, or it could be a physical attacker with some very good physical type moves. It's basically your choice. Do you either want a physical or psychic type, or do you want a special attacker psychic type? The physical actually has psychic fighting, and it was usually more preferred in this game, but 2 generations later, its special type counterpart really got a lot better and totally overshadowed the physical one. I mean totally. Okay, so we're on to the last Flywheel area, which is insane. Think about. God, it's more than insane. It's like crazy. This is where you could get the most powerful Pokemon in the single player game, I believe. Wait. Unless it gets added. I think it's here. I found a nugget though, 5,000. Not bad. Is this where it is? If not, I'll look it up. You're asking why the heck are you using an old rod? Okay. Maybe, you know, I'll just use my best rod. I'll use the good rod because I totally forgot about the other rod. Okay. Tick tock on the clock. Okay. Move areas. Try it again. I don't know if this is the area. If not, I'll find where it is. Nope. I'll be back. I forgot Platinum has better stuff. So yeah, basically, in Platinum there are Magikarps where if you use a rod, there's a potential chance that you could get a possible level 1 to level 100 Magikarp. If you get a high enough one, you smack a rare candy on it, it evolves into a Gyarados. You could have a potential Gyarados at level 100 if you get like a level 99 Magikarp. And that would basically take you through the rest of the game. But it isn't in this. Also new Pokemon Gloom. Gloom is a grass and poison type. And it's a special bulk. It's a special attacker with decent defenses for both sides. But its speed is low and its attack is decent, not the best. Basically, I just wanted to show you that quick. Let me continue on. Also, new Pokemon. This is a Weeping Bell. This is a physical and special type attacker with some decent speed, but on the flip side, its defenses are minimalist. Very low, very bad. So, yeah. Protean. Yeah, by the way, I also put Raticate on the team instead of Medicham quick. Just to quickly get these last items. Kill this trainer real quickly. And continue on. We have a new Pokemon though. It's an old lovable Granbull. Granbull is a normal type physical attacker with Intimidate. And that's it. It has good HP, forgot to say that. Its defense is good, but its special attack, speed, and special defense are... nah. It has decent it has decent coverage with the Elemental Fangs and Crunch and like biting moves, but other than that, really isn't anything to say anything about. Ursaring is basically better in every single stat for Granbull, basically. Granbull is like, in this game, is the inferior Ursaring. Which was really a bad oversight in their part. Well... oh, wait, actually I forgot to do one thing. Cut it. We have to go over there too to grab that guy. It's a Reaper Cloth. It evolves a Dusclops into its final evolution, which we saw before. Wait. A Dubious Disc. I thought that evolved a Dusclops. Oh, that was my fault. It evolves a Pokemon which we have not seen yet, probably will not see for this whole entire game, into another evolution. The Reaper Cloth is what evolves Dusclops into its final evolution. And another nugget. So basically, we are done for this area. There was nothing really here for us to really explore at. So we're going to go over back to this area. If you remember back over here, there was like a little spot over here that we could explore. Not over here. Over here, I meant. So basically it's Surf. And we got some new guys. New fighters. New trainers, whatever. But new Pokemon, Chinchou. Chinchou is a electric and water type. It is pretty unique in its typing. It is a HP-oriented tank with some decent special stats. Not the best, but decent. But its HP is really what you want to be talking about, where it is one of the highest HP stats in the whole entire game. Actually, probably is the high. It is definitely one of the highest electric HP stats in the whole entire game. Might actually be the highest electric HP stat, at least in this game. And it's very bulky, I'd say. That's basically what you want from a Chinchou, and it's just a very bulky Pokemon. And that is the evolution. This is a Lantern. It is the final evolution of Chinchou, and it is, as I said before, is a bulky water electric type with some decent special stats, but physical stats not to speak about. Speed's mediocre, not the best. As you see, it totally, and I mean totally stomached that Grass Knot. Which Chinchou beforehand was like, okay, cool. I'll just do a 2-hit. This is going to be a 3-hit for it. So, it is a very bulky special Pokemon. Special attacking Pokemon. It's leveled up to 62. And she immediately flips around. Okay, well. We've already seen a Mantike. It's quite weak to electric because it's a water and flying type. So, I mean, bye. And Mantine. Thunderbolt and dead. Critical hit. Didn't even need it, but I'll take it. Switch back in Miss Magius, put that in front. Rock Smash. Rare Candy. Nothing else over here. Or nothing else of note, I should say. And continue on. Battle time. Swimmer Glen. Seal. So, Seal is a new type of Pokemon. It is a water type, and it is Its last evolution I know is a water and ice type. This is potentially water and ice type, but anyway, this is a water type. It is bulky, especially defensive, bulky, with decent attack stats, not the best. Its stats are very mediocrely placed. It's nothing. There's nothing it's really bad at, nothing it's really good at. It's just one of those, like, mediocre Pokemon that you really don't want to be talking about. Starmie, on the other hand, is the complete flip side of not being bad. It is amazing. It is a special attacker, very speedy. It can even go into bulk a little bit. It has recover. It can use rapid spin. It has very good coverage like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Psychic, Surf, Grass Knot. This, I think, no, I'm not even sure about Grass Knot actually now that I think about it. But it is very good and is definitely one of the original 151 Pokemon of Kanto that has withstood the testament of time and has always improved on what it has done. And has really just became one of the best Pokemon in the whole entire game. Not, like, probably top 100, I'd say. Top 50, I would say, actually. I'll make it even better. Put Staraptor up in front. Flies and Brave Birds and close combats galore. Love Disc is a Love Disc. Its power is love. It will literally smooch opponents to submission with Sweet Kiss, Lovely Kiss. It'll use Charm to distract its opponents. It is one of the best Pokemon in the whole entire game, and I can't even keep a straight face. The generation prior came out in Hoenn. Game Freak was like, you know what, let's just add a very terrible Pokemon like we did with Farfetch'd, and just make its speed is the highest stat. The rest of its stats are like under 70. As I said with Delcatty before, it's nothing you want to talk about. It's not good whatsoever. As you see, I actually just used a fly for the first time to knock it out. Lapras is the complete opposite definition of Dugong, where it is a water and ice type, but it has the stats to do whatever it wants. Kinda. The only thing that has lower than Dugong is speed, but really you can exemplify that with the Dragon Dance set, which you can actually learn. This thing has very good HP, decent attack, decent defense, special attack, special defense, and it can boost those things with Dragon Dance, and so on and so forth. It has exceptionally good coverage with Surf, Ice Beam, even has Thunderbolts, it has Confuse Ray, it has very good moves, Body Slam. It has good moves for it to use and accessibilize with. It is one of those Pokemon that, one of the bulky water type Pokemon that has definitely not withstood the testament of time, because nowadays it just gets completely dumpstered on from rock types and just like power creep. But it's one of those Pokemon that is always an old classic that can always show results. It's not the best, but it can show results, which is decent, I guess. Okay, anytime now. Thank you. Swimmer Kurt. Set out Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt is a new Pokemon. It is a water and dark type. It is a physical water type attacker, which beforehand, as I said multitude of times before, didn't really work out until the physical special split happened, because both of its stabs were special. So it was sort of in a awkward position where it couldn't really do anything. But now with this coming out, it is a really good Pokemon with very good attack stats, which can do a lot of damage Pikachu Pokemon. It is a very good Pokemon, and basically that's it. It is very good stat, well, very good attacking stat. Other than that, special defense and speed, nothing you want to be really talking about. It's actually, special attack is 90 instead of 120 physical attack, so it can actually go into mixed if need be, just to start off. But it basically really wants to just be a physical attacker and a physical attacker only. But it can also do other stuff. So, I mean, basically this snips over to the resort area. And if you go up there, I think there's nothing up here. Yeah, I was right. Or no. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, so I have looked through everything. There is one last thing for us to do. That other dungeon I just looked, I completely missed that. And it's going to be like level 15 Pokemon. So I'm not even bothering with it. But we are officially, and I literally mean officially, done with the resort area. With all this, we're done. We're not seeing it for the rest of the time. Next episode, we're going to be exploring this. It's going to be the final one. It's insane, actually, to think about it now. I think it's going to be 30 episodes on a dot, I believe. So, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, do what all you guys do to make this the most successful YouTube channel that I possibly can on YouTube. And I'll talk to you guys later.